Last year I was able to travel to Ethiopia and Africa for 2 weeks. After only a few days into the trip, we were finally able to have our first traditional Ethiopian meal. We were warned that it would probably make us sick and that our stomachs probably wouldn't be happy the next day, but the spicy vegetable wat and spongy injera bread were really irresistible. But then, what do you know, the next day I woke up and my stomach hurt. But we were going on this donkey ride up a mountain to visit this monastery that was actually within the mountain. So I decided to suck it up. So we're going on this little excursion, and I can't get my stomach off my mind. It's early in the morning, it's cold, we're in this quiet little village, and I'm riding this donkey up this big mountain. And it's nothing but peaceful. It gave me some time to think, but I couldn't get my head off my stomach. But then the sun finally rose over the mountains and shined on the land, and it was just beautiful, and it kind of took my breath away. And being in this peaceful environment, it kind of gave me some time to think. And I looked around, I took it all in, and then this is when I realized that this is what it was like to feel alive, and that this moment would never happen again. If you weren't aware of the Miami Valley School and the immersion program, then you're probably wondering what I was doing in Africa. Well, at my school, we're given this month off where we have this time to study and focus on one subject and really immerse ourselves in it. In the past years, I've been able to travel to the Everglades in Florida and study the nature and environments there, and Ethiopia, Africa, to study and learn about the culture. And one of my favorite things about this immersion program that we have is that it puts us in this special environment. That it's not just this environment, it's new and it's a different one, and it's one that we're not familiar with. For me, this type of learning atmosphere really allows me to experience what is really happening and really get in touch with what's there and what's going on. It also allows me to have this time to think about things and process them and really see them for what they are and take in all these experiences have to offer. What I realized up on the mountain was that life was trying to get in the way of me being fully present. It didn't feel good, but that wasn't what was important. I was in Africa. I was sick, but it wasn't to the point where I couldn't function or I needed to be in bed. Feeling sick was just a distraction. And it wasn't anything that I needed to be concerned with at that moment. But once I was able to put that distraction behind me, I was able to see the beauty of where I was and what I was doing. I was able to be in that moment and experience everything that moment had to offer and really see everything for what it was. I mean, the reality was that I was in Ethiopia, Africa. That alone is a crazy once-in-a-lifetime experience. Not many people have the opportunity to go and see this beautiful place or have the experience that I was experiencing, and I shouldn't have been taking it for granted. What I was doing right then was special, and I would never be able to experience that ever again. First of all, I'd never probably go to Africa or Ethiopia ever again, and I would never actually return to that mountain monastery ever again, and I wouldn't even be with that group of people ever again at that time. And that time, that place, and that group, that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. What I realized from all of this was that every moment's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Never again will I get a single moment back. No moment can be actually 100% recreated. I mean, what I learned is that I have to seize those moments and actually take them in, and I can't let them roll right past me, and that's a choice that I've decided to make every day when I wake up. For me, it took going to Africa to realize what it was to live and what it was to actually take in and see things for what they really are and really appreciate them. And now that I'm back at home, I make sure that I apply what I learned on a daily basis. I want to feel as alive and awake as I did on that mountain all the time. And I'll never get any of these moments back ever again. And I need to make the most of all the time that I have, because every experience is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it should be treated as such. especially now that senior year's finally here. It's like these days that I have are precious, and they're the last days in high school that I'm ever going to have, and every day is an opportunity, and I want to make the most of every opportunity that I have. So thanks for listening.